this individual was already recognized. I heard his name. I understood the significance of the individual in the community. So if I do a little bit of math, 1985, that's 27 years ago. And yes, that makes me feel very old. The interesting thing, though, at this point in time, this individual had been a well-known member of the community since my oldest brother was born. And that was in 1959. So, yeah, okay, do the math. Now you can figure out roughly how old I am. So, and I know you didn't come here to do math in your head, but what's important for you to know is that at that time, this individual took over a show with his partner that had been around since the 20s. So think about that. That is almost a century of carrying forward a tradition that has been important in our community. He's from Ballard, of course. He's the son of a halibut fisherman.
Hey, watch your language.
That's a compliment.
There are ladies present.
That he grew up on boiled potatoes and cod, the Lutheran Church, the Sons of Norway, and of course, As I have researched the person of the year, I've learned that even though he came from a Swedish and Norwegian house, the Norway side of things took presidents. Now, everybody in this room, that's easy to understand. You know why that is absolutely the right decision. Of course, an example of this includes things like the time that he spent in Norway Park. That has been a big part of his whole life and his family's life. And as I talked to, learning about the individual, and I talked to his daughter, Krista, I know that she may not have fully understood exactly the significance of this, but it's clearly formed impressions in her mind and has been imprinted on her upbringing as well. Doug, if you haven't figured this out,
you're too slow.
He loves to travel. He spent some time in Oslo. He has studied in Japan. His professional career was as a teacher in the Kent School District, where he served as a junior high teacher. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that same school his entire career. Is that correct, Doug? You can nod if that's true. This was his life's passion, in addition to other things that you are also familiar with. He was noted and recognized as a great teacher, and he won, among other things, the ACON Award, which, if you pay attention to education, is an important award in our community. To most of us, he's known as the host of the Scandinavian Hour. This is one of the oldest Nordic programs of its kind in the nation, and as I referred to earlier, this dates back to the 1920s, when at that time the Scandinavians really were the dominant ethnic group in our community. He's also been a generous member of the community for a long, long period of time. He has endowed scholarships to allow kids to go through the trade school programs, and it's called the Doug Warne Vocational Scholarship. He also has supported scholarships for summer exchange programs at the University of Oslo, and is active in the Seattle Foundation as well. As Tim talked about, the number of organizations that Doug is involved in is significant. He's been president of the Commercial Club, a longtime board member of that organization, and he is one of the key driving forces to ensure that the NACC scholarship continues to be a well-funded program and scholarship. He's been president of the Life Erickson Lodge, and he's also engaged with the National Sons of Norway organization. So it's my great honor and great pleasure to award this year's NACC Person of the Year to Doug Warne.
Good.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It's been a long labor of love to be involved in the Scandinavian community, and I have to thank the Ballard Rotary for sending me on that course of action 50-some years ago and introducing me to wonderful family in Norway that were Rotarians. They took me in, invited me to dinner, and I never left. I went back year after year. I stayed with them for a whole year. I went back year after year, and they became my family, and the rest is history. Thank you very much. It's been a labor of love, and I've enjoyed almost all of it.
So with that, please enjoy the dessert and search hard for the elephant. Hopefully, last year, if you remember, we had a hard time finding the elephant, but I expect this one to be out this summer too. Enjoy.